Alright, what's good with y'all niggas, bruh? It's Don Coolio coming at y'all with another video, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this either gonna be real funny to you or really informative, or maybe just both, bruh. But I got something crazy to talk about, bro. Now, it's been this ongoing conspiracy, you feel me? And if you seeing the title and thumbnail, you know what I'm talking about. It's been this ongoing conspiracy, and I gotta dedicate a whole video to it because it's getting out of hand. And at this point, I think we can agree that it's not a conspiracy no more, right? I think we can agree on that, bro. But first things first, bro. I want to talk about this before we get to the main man himself. I want to talk about this, bro. So it was a video I dropped probably, I don't know how long ago, it had to be over a couple months ago, and it was basically talking about how I feel as though the big creators helped kill this game. And I didn't mean it in a sense like literally, but in a sense I was basically on the type of time, and like I was just saying like the big creators had a lot of power with this game, you feel me? They had a lot of power. Like if they wasn't playing this game, nobody else is playing this game. That is the impact that the big creators had on this game. And a lot of people was in the comment section telling me I was tripping, this, that, and the third. No, I can't blame them. And I'm like, man, it's not necessarily that I'm blaming them, but it's like really they have the power. You know, they hold the power for these games a lot of times, bro. You feel me? Once again, do not get it misconstrued. I understand completely why they weren't just spending day and nights on this game. It just really wasn't worth it. There's no content on this game. The devs really had supported it. It's just like, I mean, they can play other games and, you know, make their money. It is what it is. That's just reality. You feel me? That's just reality. You know, so I can't blame them for not playing it. But I remember I posted that video, and there was a lot of people that agreed with me. It was a lot of people that, you know, thought I was tripping, I guess, because they misconstrued my message. But I think at this point, all in all, we can definitely agree the big creators, and I don't know if they work for Bandai. You feel me? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know if they work for Bandai or what's going on, but this is getting out of control, man. This is getting out of control. I just wanted to bring that up for a second before we get into the main topic of the video, because like I said, it was a lot of people trying to tell me I was tripping when I said that, when I genuinely don't think so, bro. Y'all remember what Xenoverse 2 looked like in its prime, right? Xenoverse 2 looked like that because the creators was on that mud, you feel me? They blew that up. Y'all remember what FighterZ looked like in its prime, right? FighterZ is a real fighting game, you feel me? That's like a real fighting game that people go to Evo playing. But I don't care how good it was of a fighting game. If it wasn't for the big creators playing that, it definitely was not going to be as blown up as it was, you feel me? So really, if I'm being real, Bandai needs to thank these folks. That's my whole thing. I'm real. Bandai needs to thank them for real, bro, because they definitely did their game some good. They really put some money in Bandai's pockets, if we being honest, you know. But like I said, once again, because there was a lot of people that, you know, misconstrued that message. It definitely wasn't to condemn the big creators. Like, bro, they grown men, bro. They can play whatever they want to play, bro. If they don't want to play a game that's clearly not being supported in the correct way, obviously they don't need to play it, bro. And I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't either. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I would not either, bro. Especially if I could play something else and, you know, get money from doing that, and, you know, have my viewers still mess with me, you know, even with that. I mean, I can, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I actually mess with Sparking Zero. I told y'all all the time I got love for Sparking Zero. I love Sparking Zero. I talk shit about the game because the game deserves that, bro. It's lackluster. It's very lackluster. Does that mean it's a terrible game? No. But is it trash in the sense of what it could have been? 100% yes, bro. And that's my whole standpoint when it comes to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It's still I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like right now, out of any Dragon Ball game that's out right now, Sparking Zero is still my favorite Dragon Ball game out, like right now. Like that's a game that's getting updates right now. Not like an old game like BT3. Obviously BT3 would take that cake clearly. But y'all know what I mean, man. Y'all know what I mean. But like I said, that's enough rambling. I just wanted to talk about that for a second, even though that kind of does have something to do with the main topic of this video. But without further ado, man, let's get into the main topic of this video, bro. All right, so boom, let's get into it, bro. So the other day when all this Xenoverse 3 news and all this, you know, we finna get a Dragon Ball game announcement next year and a new Dragon Ball project, this and that drop, you feel me? I was just an innocent bystander, just paying attention, just watching the videos, you feel me? And as I'm sitting there watching these videos, trying to get updated, the main man himself, Rhymestyle, actually leaves a comment on my video. And I went to read it, and it said this. Okay, so he says, I think we won. Of course, this announcement happens after I make another video again. LMFAO. Shout out to Rhymestyle for that comment, bruh. But when I first read it, I'm like, hold on. Because I of course, he's hype about Xenoverse 3, obviously, that announcement. But then I read the rest of it, and I had to reread it again to make sure I wasn't tripping. He said that he made a video about it, and I wasn't able to watch this video because I guess the notification must have just not popped up on my phone or whatever. You know how YouTube be. So I go to his channel and I'm watching the video. I'm watching the video because I'm curious. I'm like, okay, did he say? And because in my head I'm like, bro, there's no way he said something about Xenoverse 3, and then they basically just literally confirmed Xenoverse 3, right? It's impossible. It's impossible, right? That, like, you would never believe me, right? You would never believe it, right? So I go to his video and I watch it, and then I see this, bro.
Xenoverse. Let's talk about Xenoverse. Now, I know Xenoverse to some people is like, you hear that, it's like the boogeyman. It's like, oh, you guys talk about that game. Xenoverse is a great game. You wanna know why Xenoverse is great? Something that a lot of people don't understand about Xenoverse is Xenoverse gave us so many ways to play this game. You were not limited to only playing ranked and casual online. You had a story mode, which is actually was pretty fun. You have all the parallel quests where like unique challenges. You have raid mode. You get to be a raid boss. They even had Dokkan in the game. They had like a little board game thing with Hero Coliseum that you play with your homies. The customization options, you got to be yourself in the game. There's so much you can do in Xenoverse. That's why people like that game. And on top of that, it was very, very good. You know, a lot of people will look at Xenoverse and think it's just a standard anime fighter, but there was a lot of depth to it. You know, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but the ones who play, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Xenoverse was a fantastic series, but I don't like what's happening with Xenoverse. They're turning Xenoverse into this like live service game that is kind of like every time news pop up, you're just like, here we go again, more content. I don't mind content. I think the more content you release, the better. Content makes a game last. There's a reason why Xenoverse is still being played 7, 8, 9, 10 years later. Like it was a fantastic game. But honestly, at this point, with how many changes that they're doing, let's just rebrand it.
Y'all won't guess what he's about to say right here. Y'all pay very, very close attention right here, bro.
Just drop Xenoverse 3. You can literally just drop Xenoverse 3 with like Spark and Zero graphics. Fix the netcode. That's the important part. Please fix the netcode. And I guarantee you that game's gonna sell at like 5-10 million copies first week. Like, hands down. Just drop Xenoverse 3. And again, I've given this idea so many times in the past couple of years. I'm gonna regurgitate this again because I think this is a good idea. Xenoverse 1 introduced the time patrollers. Xenoverse 2 expanded on the time patrollers. You know what? You know what I want now? I want to be a time breaker. When I load into the game in Xenoverse 3, let me choose between being a time breaker or a time patroller. The same way the Supreme God of Time can get Trunks and gather a bunch of warriors to protect time, I can see Mira and Toa gathering time breakers. Hey, you want to be a bad guy? Come through. And then from there, you know, you can add a brand new race. You can add like the demons, which they've been expanding a lot on with Daima, for example. You can even add androids finally. Like, you can add so much more stuff and just make it a time breaker versus time patrol story. You know how gas that would be?
Alright, so I know what y'all wondering, right? When I showed y'all the date for when that video was posted, it said October 17th, right? But what if I told you that he had to post it then because he already knew this stuff was about to happen, and he was like, okay, let me just post it a little bit later, you feel me? He already, apparently from his own mouth, he claims he already had the video made before any of the leaks was even out. And if y'all don't believe me, here goes the proof from the man himself, bruh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you with some major updates in regards to the future of Dragon Ball games in 2026. Before I start, I recorded a video yesterday in the middle of the day before any of this was released, and I had a schedule for today. And of course, last night I hopped on Twitter at like, I don't know, it was like 11 a.m. or 11 p.m., 12 a.m. for me. And I opened Twitter and I see these leaks popping up and confirmations. It's like, of course. I had just talked about this on camera. I'm not beating the allegations. At this point, I'm convinced I know something, and I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. So if you want to go check that video out, I'll have a link in the description of this video, and I also have it pinned as well, because I ended up dropping this video last night at like 1 in the morning just because the news started popping up, and I was like, I gotta drop this now because it's very, very relevant.
Nah, bro. Ain't no way out of this one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, he not beating the allegations, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. He literally just said he had the video ready to post before they dropped this stuff. And then they dropped it and I gotta post it. Nah, bro, you already knew. You just didn't know when they was gonna drop the news. Now, I told y'all before, I'm not the type of nigga that believe in coincidences, bro. I do not believe in coincidences. And I told y'all from the get-go. And if anything, if nothing else should show y'all, bro, This is hard proof right here, bro. This is hard proof. Now, if y'all wondering when the actual news dropped about like Xenoverse 3 and all this other stuff, I'm about to show y'all on the screen right here. All right, so as y'all can see, this is a video that, if I'm not mistaken, Stedo's posted. It says October 16th, right? Now, I'm just showing y'all this so y'all can have y'all dates together, so y'all can see how all of this stuff lines up, right? I just want y'all to understand how crazy this whole situation is, right? And it's not like he's only done this once or twice. Bro, I'm gonna be real. He done damn near did this 5 times. I know for a fact he did it 4 times, right? So the first time he did it was when he made the video about the DLC dropping. Like for Sparking Zero, that last DLC, he made a video about that, and then they dropped the DLC.
But what's weird about Sparking Zero is how quiet they've been since the last couple of big updates. And you know what's even more annoying? A lot of us paid for the DLC that we haven't gotten yet.
Now let's see when they release the DLC 3 trailer, bro.
There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, ain't no way out of this one, bro. Ain't no way out of this, bro. Like, I can't make this stuff up. And that's only the first one. It was also a time where I think he said something about, like, we need more DLC. Like, he was hoping that there wasn't the end for, you know, the DLC for Sparking Zero. And then guess what they did? They went ahead and dropped another trailer talking about they finna give us new characters, right? And then after that, he didn't actually do anything. But y'all remember when that FighterZ trailer dropped where they said they was gonna give us Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku and, you know, update all the characters? Rhymestyle went and left this comment on one of my videos right after they dropped it. He says, bro, I was going to record a I Miss Dragon Ball FighterZ video like 5 days ago and ended up doing something else. Tell me why today they announced new DLC for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yeah, nah, these can't be no coincidences, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. At first, I was just joking. But a wise man once said, I might tell a joke, but I never tell a lie. And I'm gonna say it one more time for the folks in the back. I might tell a joke, but nigga, I will never tell a lie. You feel me? And I think that's the best way to, like talk about this whole situation. Because at first it was a joke, but now I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's undeniable at this point, bro. I just gave y'all undeniable proof. Now, I mean, if y'all want to sit here and say it's a coincidence, man, y'all go ahead and say it, bro. That's y'all business, bro. But ain't no way. Y'all can believe that, bro. Y'all can believe that. What that J. Cole song say?
There's an old saying, and yeah, I know that's probably.
But yeah, man, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think, man. Do y'all believe that he really has nothing to do with Bandai? I'm gonna be real, I think he's an undercover Bandai secret agent at this point. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Once again, shout out to Rhymestyle, man. 9 times, I mean, who knows, bro? Who knows? I was gonna say 9 times out of 10 it's not true, but I can't say that, bro. Who knows, bro? I don't know. Like, I don't want to believe it, but it's getting to that point, bro. I'm gonna just be real. I'm like, it's getting to that point. Like I said, y'all let me know down in the comment section below what y'all think, man. But before we get to the end of this video, as y'all know what I like to do, let me go ahead and give y'all this funny video of the day, man.
Speedy, I'm gonna dead ass with you. I'm gonna be so real with you, and you know I fuck with you. You need a job. Like, you need a job. Because it doesn't matter what time I get on this game, you're on this shit. I heard you were on at 3 p.m. on a 98 fucking win streak. Where is this motherfucker's account? I'm blocking this one too. Get the fuck out of here. You need a job, gang. Oh my god. Yo, your ass on this bitch all day, bro. What the? How is that possible? From like 3 p.m. to fucking like 4 a.m. you're on this bitch. That is insane, bro. Let me go smoke some weed. This motherfucker. Speedy, you need a fucking job, bro. Eli, how you lose to him? I know, right? Dude, it's almost like he plays 14 hours a fucking day. You need a job, gang. It doesn't matter what time I get on. Bro, you can get on this at 8 a.m. in the morning. Speedy's on this bitch. I don't understand. I don't get it. How? How are you on all day? All day? I need like a... No, that real. I need a separate game mode, right? Let me tell you something. I need a separate game mode that requires like a W-2 form to enter that bitch. Like, I'm dead ass, bro. You can't expect normal people to play versus these motherfuckers, bro. You can't. You can't. I need a W-2 form. Like, that's your entrance fee. Let me see that W-2. How many fucking hours are you putting in this month? Bro, like, dead ass. Let me see your weekly hours before I go versus you, bro. Like, I need to see what your job, like, no, bro. I need to see that you're doing more than Discord and sparking. I don't want to play this shit. All that's left is degenerates, bro. They're clocking 8-hour shifts on this. We're clocking 8-hour shifts on this fucking game at this point. I'm telling you, it's getting sad out here. Beautiful connection.
Hey, shout out my boy Eli for that clip right there. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That had me in tears when I was listening to him. Not gonna lie to y'all, bro. But he not lying, bro. It's some niggas on this game, bro. I'm gonna be real. It's like you run into him, and it's not to say like I've beaten Speedy before. Obviously, the amount of wins he got versus my wins is very lopsided. But it's not like it's a 0% chance I can beat him. But it's like when I see that name pop up, it's like, okay, I'm probably gonna lose these matches. And now, am I gonna lose any points for losing those matches? Probably not like that, because he's always the number one nigga on the leaderboard. He's always the number one nigga majority of the time, at least. So it's like, I mean, I'm not really losing shit by fighting him, but it gets to a point, it's like, goddamn, bro, like, this nigga is a cheese ball. And that's not a bad thing. It's not me saying like nothing bad about him, because I know Speedy, I know how you can get, bro. But damn, nigga, bro, he do be on him all the time, bro. Like it's been times I done got on this game like multiple times throughout the day, and I've ran into him at each time. Not that same day, but like I would get on various times each day, basically, and I would still run into him, bro. So I know he be putting in stupid hours on this game. But to say niggas need to put in a W-2 for him to play the game is insane. That's just Eli though, man. He's just being funny though, man. Shout out Eli. Shout out Rhymestyle, man. Hey, fuck it. Shout out Speedy, bro. Shout out Speedy, bro. But yeah, man, like I said, that's pretty much all I got for y'all this video. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that little funny video of the day, and also about the whole little Rhymestyle, you know, working for Bandai situation, you know, being a Bandai CEO situation, you feel me? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section below. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got for y'all this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this little shit. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and hype. And Don Coolio out, bruh.